But at least it reveals here that man is weak in flesh. In so many instances, the Bible also reveals the similar statements. If we go to, let's say, in verse 30, it's sort of if any do that in rancor, in rancor and injustice, soon shall we cast them into the fire, and easy it is for him. It's a way of in your weakness, you end up also in such a state of, you probably end up in doing injustice things, and you'll be put in a state of cast into fire or something. Easy it for God to do. So why would God do that? Made you weak, so he will put you in hell. Anyway, this is Allah. I've revealed the question too. If we compare this to, if we go on to some of the amazing things we find in the Bible regarding mercy and peaceful words being used, and God is all merciful and peaceful. And let's say Surah XV26. Let's go to Surah X6. Surah XV. Which one is XV? XV is I have to discover that for you. XV, Surah XV, XV26. Yeah, we're almost there. XV26 to I think 50. That's a whole lot, If you read through all that, all the way to, let's say, in 46, it says, their great will be, enter ye here in peace and security. Okay, and if we move on to all the way to, let's say, all the way to if we look through to all the way through from 26, as we read through, we sort of will discover the presentation of peace, and just not even in the entire book. I'm just using this. I want to use this as one instance where the peacefulness of God is being sort of declared. To show God's knowledge, or God's idea of presenting something very peaceful to humanity, or to his creation. And we are supposed to accept this perfect idea, which is very good. The idea of all this is about peace. We're trying to see if we can achieve peace, in our life. And it's not about we talking something and doing something else. So if in the security of peace, but it's hard to see that in practicality. In practicality, you can see if to sort of have the pride to say that it is being practiced. It is not. The evidence is there before us. You go to so many places and you see that peace is not being practiced from people who are supposed to know peace, from people who have been adapted to embrace peace, to have a God who is peaceful. Yet so in practice, it cannot be practiced. There's so much failure in the idea of approaching the idea of peace. There's so much failure in our lives, in the lives of every day of others who even make claims of Islamic religion and all that. I mean, why should we talk about peace so much and see the value of it, and yet we can't practice it? What is standing in our way? I say the counseling is what has stood in our way of trying to discover way forward when it comes to peace, and we haven't been able to discover it only because of that. Only because of, at the end of the day, the counseling has a lot, to blame, a lot to sort of to be looked out of, But the whole idea of all these things must be revealed to our lives for us to know where we stand with, how to approach life in any way. Well, let's move on to let's move that on and move on to, let's say, a place of Surah XXII, which also don't, it talks about an eye for an eye, as I said, peaceful things, but we don't see any peaceful means. The Bible, the Quran is teaching you to say something to do with payback. If somebody do something bad to you, you have to strike back and hit back. It is either believe in it or not believe in it. It's not a secret of what the Quran will say in Surah XXII 93. What it says in XII 93 verse 93 of XII 93 verse, let me see, is it 93? 93 118. No, there isn't XSII. Hold on a minute for me here. Yeah, we've got the quotation, all right. We've got the quotation right. We need to figure out what the text is saying. I probably have missed my the main is plainly stated of it's plainly stated in the Quran here of the evil, that if in case of anything that is done evil of another, what should be done to such a person. That if someone was to, let's say, strike you